Hello, guys. Long time no see. I have not been on here in, I believe, a little over a year. I didn't bother to check to see when the last time I uploaded was, but I'm pretty sure it's been over a year. Um, yeah, so welcome back if you have forgotten to unsubscribe. Welcome if it's your first time here. So, yeah, so this last year I kind of took a little step back and just kind of kept to myself. And I did continue to make things, but I also picked up a new hobby of gardening, which, well, I shouldn't say it was a new hobby. I picked because I was already flower gardening. I picked up also the hobby of vegetable gardening, which throughout probably half of the year took up a lot of my time. Um, but regardless of that, yeah, I kind of just stepped back a little bit because I kind of realized that I was spending more time just buying yarn instead of actually using it, which I think with a lot of hobbies, for a lot of us, it doesn't actually matter what it is that you make. I think for a lot of us, like buying supplies is like its own separate hobby, and that's all fine and good, but I don't have like some unlimited income where I really feasibly should be just buying new yarn left and right. And also because I was buying things and not actually using them, when I did go to use them, I was finding that there was some textures and fibers and stuff that I really did not like. Sometimes a yarn looks very beautiful in the skein or in the ball or hank or whatever, but worked up and feeling it in your hands and seeing how it looks worked up is a different experience. So I had bought quite a bit that I ended up actually giving away because I really did not like it once I actually started working with it. Or like I made a top for myself, and when I put it on, I just hated it, which was unfortunate because it was very cool yarn, and it just, in my hands and on my body, two different experiences. So anyways, yeah, so I kind of took a step back a little bit from it while I kind of regrouped, got rid of projects that weren't working for me, got rid of yarn that wasn't working for me, slowed down on my purchasing, and I just lost my train of thought, and worked on my garden. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to for this last year. And I kind of, I'll be honest with you, I really didn't crochet at all. Probably from, let's say, maybe like springtime, late spring to like early fall. And then even when I did get back into it, it was kind of sporadic. So I didn't make a whole lot last year. When I first got into crocheting the year before, I definitely made more. But most of what I made was stuff that I made for other people, so it was given away, and I don't even have anything to like show for it. So I at the end of this year, or 2025, I got really sick. And while I was sick, I got back into my crocheting, and I finally finished a few things for myself. So I will show you guys those things and then kind of talk about some things that I'm planning on working on in the upcoming near future here, and some kind of long-term goals also. So the first thing that I finished up was a 6-day star blanket for myself. I have made, what, 4 of them now? 4 or 5. So this wasn't my first one, but it was the first one that I made for myself. And let me step back a little bit so I can hold it up for you guys. But I got this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and there it is. Really, really pretty, just kind of soft pastel muted tones. And I don't know if it's showing up on the camera there, but this yarn has got some stellina in it, so it sparkles. And I love the sparkly bits. I'm a sucker for anything that's sparkly. So, oops, ooh, sorry. So yeah, that was the first project that I finished, and I love that, but that's going to be my last star blanket for a while. I have too many other blankets that I want to give a whirl, so that's that for now. The next thing that I finished, I actually made the winter before, but it was one of the projects that I made towards the end of winter. It was almost spring. I made it. It got warm soon enough to where I never actually used it because it was too warm for me to use it. So it was just like sitting in a bag in the corner for a year almost, with the ends not weaved in, because I didn't even bother to weave in the ends because I wasn't wearing it. So it's this twisted cowl, and here, I'll put it on for you guys. I'll do a little modeling. So yeah, nice big chunky yarn. I love a chunky yarn. This was the Joann's icing yarn that they came out with shortly before they closed. R.I.P. Joann. And so this was icing, the big twist icing yarn. I have no idea what the color is. It's irrelevant since you can't get it. But this was super easy to make. I just, you know, free-formed. What's the word I'm looking for? Free-form. That's not it. What is the word I'm looking for? Whatever. I just wung it, basically. I did like a foundation chain, a single crochet foundation chain to start with, and then accidentally, because I didn't know what I was doing, when I connected the two ends together to make it round, I connected the top of one end to the bottom of the other end. So then when I went around again, it was twisted. And when I realized I had twisted it, instead of fixing it, I just kept going around. So it was half double crochets until I ran out of yarn. So this is one whole skein of that chunky. It's like I believe it's a 6-weight yarn. So that's that. But I really like this yarn. It is very warm. I live in Southeast Michigan. It is hot today. Hot by my standards. I know it's not hot for everybody, but I am a naturally hot person. So when it's above, you know, 36 degrees in the winter, as far as I'm concerned, that's hot. And it's like mid 40s today, and it's supposed to be in the 50s tomorrow. So I look forward to the temperatures dropping again. I love winter. I love it when it's cold. I'm very excited for the temperatures to drop again because I am so hot. But yeah, when it's real cold outside, this is very warm. So that was the icing sprinkles yarn. So they had it in solids and in this sprinkles version. So I made myself a beanie with the icing solid yarn. Yeah, this is my favorite color, by the way. Nice sunshiny yellow, nice chunky beanie. This was super easy, partially because it is chunky yarn. It took, I don't know, maybe an hour to make it, if that. It worked up pretty fast. And if I can remember the video that I used, the tutorial that I used, I'll link it in the description bar below, because it was super easy. Very beginner friendly project. So yeah, I've been wearing this all the time, these together. That's like my winter go-to to keep my noggin warm, keep my neck warm. So I finished those up. And then let me get this off before I sweat to death inside this house. I started a wrap, like a wrap shawl type of deal. So this is not a finished project, but I just got started on it. I don't remember what the name of the pattern is, but I'll link the video to this too. So this is how it's looking so far. Very simple repeat. It's like 2 rows of double crochet crossover stitches, and then just 2 rows of double crochet just repeated. This is the Karen Simply Soft yarn in the color Grape. I love this color. I love bright colors. Like, there's one thing I learned about myself over the last year, especially buying all these different yarns. When it comes to projects, especially for myself, I want bright stuff. Not that there's not anything wrong with these more, you know, muted tones like this. Like, I love this for out in our living room where everything's gray. You know, it looks good there. But if I'm wearing it on my body, I want bright colors. So this is the Karen Simply Soft and Grape. It's working out very nicely so far. This is a little over 2 skeins worth. I'm gonna do maybe another few inches, because I want it to kind of come maybe like halfway down my back when I'm wearing it. And like wrap over my shoulders a little more, you know. I want it to come down. Well, that's not a very good example, but because it'll be like this. I want it to come down maybe to my elbow. That's the best explanation. Jesus. Yeah, come down to about right there, if I can talk. And then there's going to be pockets here and fringe. So yeah, 2 skeins so far. I'm working on the 3rd one. I have a feeling like with the pockets and the fringe that I would need another skein. So I did order another skein from Yarn Inspirations, because I can't find this color in stock anywhere besides their website. And hopefully it comes and my order comes correctly. Because I have ordered from Yarn Inspirations one single time, and I had seen in the crochet groups I'm in on Facebook and in some videos that there are frequent mistakes with Yarn Inspiration orders. So I already had it in my head that my order could be a little messed up. I was okay with that. I'm not like a super like angry, you know, like if a mistake is made, it's a mistake. I don't care. It can get fixed when it gets fixed. But they literally left out half of my order. Like, it was a pretty big mistake. And I contacted them, waited a couple days, nothing. Contacted them again, waited a couple days, nothing. And I kept checking the website to make sure that the yarns that I had ordered were still in stock so that I could get them, because I really wanted to get them and work on some new projects. And then I finally contacted them one more time. Like, I think the 3rd time I contacted them was like a week and a half, 2 weeks after I got my order in the mail. And by that time, my yarns were out of stock. So I got a refund. I did not get my yarn. But, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. And realistically, I don't crochet fast enough to where I absolutely needed all of that yarn at one time. So it's fine. But at the same time, if they're having that many complaints about mistakes, and their deliveries, they probably should be working on that. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so I ordered another skein of the grape so I can finish that shawl up. And then I had a gift card. So I also ordered a few skeins of the Red Heart all-in-one Sweethearts yarn. I ordered a few different colors of that because I got a project in my mind that I would like to do with that for winter/Valentine's. So hopefully everything comes in correctly and on time. So yeah, so that's a project that I'm going to have coming up, assuming I get everything. And then another thing that I'm going to be working on throughout the course of the year, because I do like the idea of a daily project, like a year-long daily project. Although what is today, the 8th? Is today the 8th? I don't know what day it is. I feel like it's the 8th. We'll go with the 8th. And I haven't started this yet, so I'm going to have to do 8 of these today, which is fine because they don't take that long. But last winter, I had started a flower scarf. And let me see if I can find my little piece here. So that was as far as I got with that. And it was going to be a temperature scarf. And I got this far and I kept looking at it. And I thought, you know what? I just hate like all of this same color just over and over and over again. I wanted it to be more mixed up than that. So I quit working on it. But I thought about it all year long. I still really want this scarf. I just don't want it to look like this. I want all of the flowers to be different. So I'm going to do another year-long flower scarf project. But I'm going to do it just based off of vibes. Every day, I'm just going to look in the bag, see which 2 colors are calling my name, and make my flower based off of that. So I'll show you guys the colors that I'm going to be working with for that. These are all Hobie Friends yarn. Is that what it's called? No, Amigo. Hobie Amigo. This is a DK weight yarn that's got lint on it. But these are all nice, bold colors, bright colors that I love. And I did throw in like a charcoal gray just to keep it a little grounded. And I love charcoal gray too. So I got this neon yellow. I did notice the last time I went on Hobie's website that this color is discontinued, which is a bummer, but I got the neon yellow and I've got plenty for doing this scarf, so I don't need a ton. I got this pretty kind of sky blue color, or like a bright sky blue. This is color 22. I do believe that this color is still available. And then I got this purple. Do I have 2 skeins of this? Let me see if I can find another skein, because I can't remember the color numbers for all of these off the top of my head. This one's color 60. So there's that. And then I got this pink, color number 56. And then I got like a jade green kind of color, color 30. And the charcoal gray. This is color number 10. A rusty type color. This one is color 40. I forgot I had that one in there. And I got a red, a nice bright red, color number 43. So these will be all of the colors that I'm working with. If I can squeeze them all together here. Hold on. There we go. So those are all of my colors for my year-long project for the flower scarf. So there's that. And I feel like I'm just about done here. I do have a couple of other projects that kind of got pushed to the wayside that, you know, they've been started, but they are not finished. They're unfinished objects that I do plan on picking back up and finishing. One of them was a hexie cardigan that I started not last August, but the August before that, because it's kind of fall type colors, and that was my intention, was to have it ready by the fall, and then I didn't finish it. So I'm gonna finish that. I don't know when, but before this fall. And I have a mosaic blanket that I had started the mosaic blanket actually as a gift for someone else. It was my first time doing it. I did not realize how time consuming that was going to be. So I ended up scrapping that idea and making them a 6-day star blanket instead. And I just kept that mosaic for myself. And I do really like it, so I do want to finish it. It's a time consuming. It's entirely single crochet, so, you know, it's time consuming. But it is working up really nice. It looks very cool. I like it a lot. So I will finish up that project as well. And I think that's all I have for today. I feel that's all I can think of off the top of my head. So, yeah. Sorry about the hiatus for anyone who's been hanging around. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing great. I hope you are having success and fun in your own hobbies, craft adventures. I do fully intend to learn how to knit this year. I kind of, I've jumped on that whole like personal curriculum bandwagon. I kind of have a little schedule for myself to learn some things this year that I've been putting off for many, many years. I got myself a year-long subscription to Skillshare because there's some knitting classes on there I want to take. There's some other art type classes that I want to take on there. So yeah, I've just been sitting back, just minding my business, living my best life, you know. And I kind of missed, you know, sharing things with you guys. So I figured it was time to jump back on here and get back to it. Get everything going on this channel again. So yeah, I've missed you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're happy and healthy. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.